So wow, here I am at Musgrave Street in East Mount Airy. Back in the 70s, this was more considered what they call Germantown, but now it's considered East Mount Airy. And my mom and I were afforded the opportunity to move up in Mount Airy from West Philly because of Section 8. And I remember that we paid Section 8 rent to live here behind me on the third floor, of course, because I told you we always lived on the third floor. Um, G5, I think that was our apartment number. So many memories here. I stayed here until I moved out at 18. So many memories here. Like, it is crazy. It's nicely painted now. It was by McCarthy Real Estate back in the day. I remember walking up Germantown Avenue to pay our rent for my mom drop off the check while she was at work. I was a latchkey kid, not a stay-at-home mom. My mom worked all the time, so I was a latchkey kid. So oftentimes I had, a lot of responsibility. Oftentimes coming home by myself, wearing my key around my neck to make sure that I could access the properties that we were in. Sometimes I had to go pay the cable bill. Well, it wasn't cable back then, it was HBO. Walked up Germantown Avenue to do that. Walked up Germantown Avenue to pay the rent at McCarthy Real Estate. So yeah, when I remember just walking here and seeing so much grass. I'm going to turn my camera around, but it was just so much grass, and it was like the first time I remember, just seeing that much grass because, I was living more in the inner city, and, I just didn't see that. So, I felt privileged. And through the years living here, I kind of felt embarrassed, like, dang, we don't have a house though. We just live in this place. I knew, it was Section 8. Off the time the case manager would come and see us here. If you remember the movie Claudine, I'm dating myself. Sometimes the case manager would come and check out the place, making sure you were taking care of it, because my mom was on public assistance. Even though she had a job, she was on public assistance for food stamps at least. And then we had Section 8. So I remember the case manager coming here, but I also remember this courtyard. It was like the place where I played with my friends. You had to run around it. The laundry rooms were in the back. It's so many memories here, good and bad, but memories of the 6700 block of Musgrave Street, apartment G5. So I'm going to just turn my camera around real quick. So that is the other side, but this courtyard right here, we used to run around and have races. That's the building that I lived in, up on the third floor. That side right there, that was our living room window, and my bedroom was on the side where we faced the back courtyard. But yeah, so many memories here, so many memories. And I'm grateful for where I've been and where I've lived in real estate, even though it might not have always been the best time in my house. I always had a place to live. I always had a safe place to live. So I really understand. And when people don't have a place to live, or they're worried about where their children, have a safe place to live, it can be tough. But my mom always provided. Shout out to Wanda Marie Dunlap for always providing us a place to live, me and my sister. My sister was born, and then we lived here up until I moved out when I was 18. She was about 5 or 6 then. And it just makes me grateful to see where I've come from. And we'll continue on the journey some more. But this is one of the last places I lived as a young person before moving out on my own. And that is Musgrave Street in East Mount Airy. So I'm enjoying doing this. I hope you're enjoying it. And watch for more as I go to the other places that my life has happened in real estate. Talk to you soon.